Yeah, I guess for anyone listening or watching whatever, I really would recommend just doing something once a week. Like go for a walk or just do some sort of exercise or something. Like you don't have to go to the gym to exercise either. You don't have to do like a lot to feel like good about yourself. Life is all about, you know, setting goals and trying to achieve them. And there's something really like magical about, you know, you don't really feel like doing this one thing, but then you do it anyways. Like you get the best feeling ever afterward. You really do. Like it's actually crazy. Like you're like, oh, I don't want to clean my room, but I know I should. Ugh. And then you do it and you're like, ah, man, I'm so happy I did that. I feel good about myself. Hell yeah. It's like magic. It is so worth it. I recommend. I really do. And I hope I do it too, man. Do as I say and not as I do. I really feel like the older I get, the more I realize that just like doing these things is what makes you happy. Like you might not think that it makes you happy because you're like, I don't want to clean my room, I don't want to do all my homework or whatever, but you really do feel happy afterwards. It's such a good thing, and I really do recommend people just do something, because doing nothing and just sitting around and, you know, scrolling Twitter, Facebook, or whatever the heck, TikTok, YouTube, it's only gonna give you temporary happiness. But what you really need is something more long-lasting, something that actually does make you happy, and that is, you know, doing the hard things, exercising, cleaning your room, do something productive, because then you'll feel like you've done something and you'll be a lot happier for longer. And remember that even if you do reach your goals, when you reach your goals, you will most likely not really feel like super happy, because the end goal is not actually what makes you happy, believe it or not. What actually makes you happy is the journey to getting to the goal. So it's important for people to keep having goals, keep having something to work towards, because happiness is working towards something. And I don't think a lot of people actually know that. That is a true statement. Believe me. You need something to work towards to be happy. You might think, oh, if I just got $1 million, all my problems would be solved and I'd be happy forever. And the truth is, yeah, sure, you could be happy for maybe a little while, maybe a year or something, but then you'll get really bored and you'll be like, man, I fucking hate my life, and you just feel miserable because you don't have any more goals, you don't have anything to work towards. So yeah, just if anything, set yourself some small goals and try to work towards it. It doesn't have to be a big goal. It doesn't have to be something completely
Open for business.
like really tough to do. Make some small goals that are achievable and work towards that. Give it a try, chat. All right.
What can I do for you?
Man, that came straight from my soul. Straight from my soul. You know what? I'm inspiring myself. You know? Wow. I'm so inspiring, guys. Holy crap.
Hello.
Yeah. I like these talks you do midstream. I do too. Honestly, I'm happy I do those. Because it helps, it actually unironically helps me. And hopefully it helps someone else out there. I get to hear that. I don't think a lot of streamers do those kinds of talks that I sometimes do. So I'm pretty proud of myself for doing it. I really think it's important. I really do. Just to inspire others, inspire yourself, talk about mental health, talk about life. Yeah. I'm glad you're inspired. I hope you do something. I hope you do something. But make sure you're not mean to yourself if you don't do something. You can always try something, and if you fail at it, you could always, you know, get back up again and give it another shot. Because, you know, you never learn something unless you try and fail. That's like a very important thing to learn. It's almost a skill. Like having the courage to go out there, failing at something, and still getting back up and trying again. That is how you grow as a person. That's how you actually achieve things. It's really important to get out there and fail as much as possible until you make it, because eventually you will make it. Nobody just instantly learned how to, you know, make a game or something. They definitely failed a lot, and they definitely had moments of, you know, feeling discouraged or like, oh, I can't do this. But they eventually got there in the end because they kept trying, they kept failing and learning. And yeah, learning to fail is a valuable skill that I think a lot of people should learn, including myself. And you know what? I've definitely done that a lot of times, like failing and stuff. Like with streaming, for example. You know, I tried to stream many times before something got anywhere. You know, like I streamed for like a month and then I quit because nobody was watching and I felt like I was wasting my time. But then I came back and tried again and again and again and again. And eventually it paid off, obviously. So yeah, people are afraid to fail. For sure. For sure. Ooh, let's get the necklace. Oh, let me, oops, let me cook some food. I feel like I should clip this entire conversation because I feel like this was actually such a good thing to talk about. I hope you guys can tell I'm passionate about, like, whenever I do have these talks, I actually mean it, and it's coming from a place of just, you know, for one, wanting to improve myself, and secondly, I want to see if I can inspire others to do something. Oh, thank you. Can definitely turn into a good YouTube video. It could, yeah. You know what always happens to me is sometimes I'll have like a really good stream and feel like I did a really amazing job. But then, you know, there's nobody chatting in the chat, or there's nobody actually, like, I don't know if anyone is listening at all. And I'll be like, man, I kind of wish more people, like, at least made it known that they are here, or they did listen to it. But yeah, it's good regardless, you know. It is good regardless. It do be like that sometimes. Like sometimes you'll feel like you're doing a really good job, but then the numbers don't really show for it, if that makes sense. Like I'll know for a fact that like I have done like a good job, like my stream is really good, but then the view count doesn't really reflect that. But yeah, I never streamed, but I think it can be pretty lonely. It can be, it really can be. I won't lie, sometimes I get really discouraged because nobody is interacting like at all with me. And I'm not saying that to make someone feel pity and like, oh, I should talk to Cinder more or Dozy more. Sorry. I don't mind lurkers at all. But I think it's just human to feel a bit lonely if there's nobody interacting with you for like for like hours at a time. It's definitely something that happens. I'm gonna sell some crap I don't need. Yeah, we need to buy bigger bags soon. Free lunch. Let's go here. Yeah, I do my best not to get discouraged, and I do my best not to listen to my my demon, like a demon on the shoulder that's like telling me I suck at everything. It's tough sometimes, man. Like I just discourage myself a lot, which is not great. You know, the like having some negative thoughts, and then you just feel bad, and then you feel like you don't want to like stream anymore or do whatever. So it happens to pretty much everybody. But in those moments you kind of have to catch yourself and tell yourself that those thoughts are not actually true. Because I know for a fact they aren't either. You know, I'm not a terrible streamer. I've gotten this far. I've gotten 13,000 people following, and I've heard so many times from people watching me that they genuinely enjoy the stream and they think it's nice and stuff. So I have plenty of evidence not to feel the way I do when I feel bad about myself and stuff. So yeah, like you kind of have to tell yourself that, and you have to look at the evidence. Let's see. Let me eat some food. That. I appreciate it. And another thing I wanted to say, and I'm not trying to make anyone like do this more often to me or like anything. But think of it like this. Imagine you're a streamer, or you're working on something that you're like pretty passionate about, and then you just never hear anyone give you praise. Nobody tells you you're doing a good job. Like, obviously it makes you discouraged, and like maybe you'll get caught up in your own head. And so I think for literally anybody, make sure you give some praise to the people you care about. If they're working on something, if they're trying something. And obviously don't be like fake about it. If you don't think they're doing a good job, then don't say it. But you know, encouragement and encouraging the people around you is really, really important, actually. And I think it really means a lot to people too, to hear, you know, someone they care about tell them that they're doing a good job. So yeah. They said something like, we suffer more inside our minds than because of our situation. Yeah, I could see that being a true thing. You suffer more in imagination than reality? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's like literally what I'm talking about too. Like I'll feel like I'm a bad streamer and stuff in my head, but in reality, like when I look at the evidence, which is like you guys, people watching, or people saying I'm doing a good job and stuff, you know, it's not true. Like I'm not bad. So yeah, it's a very true quote right there. Hello Cosmo, hello. How are you on this Sunday? Speaking of which, I would like to tell everybody here that's listening that I think you're doing a really good job. And you are doing enough. I think you are a very amazing, beautiful person with a lot of very interesting qualities, good qualities. And I really appreciate you. Like, I'm so glad that you guys exist, genuinely. You guys make this world a better place. And the fact that I've gotten to interact with you guys at all is a blessing. I appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you. I genuinely mean that as well. Thank you.